Hey, sweetie, I am pure, uncut, unadulterated human. I don't hide parts of myself, and I never will. That's not what I do.
Party people, we have a situation. Hello to all of those beautiful faces out there. My name is Bella, and today we are going to be talking about Lexity. If you're unaware, Lexity, also known as Anastasia Alexandria Athena Lennon, is a small TikTok and Instagram influencer. A lot of people, including myself, have known her for her older fun fact videos. She would explain an uncommonly known fact, usually science-based, and present it in a way that made it really easy for people with ADHD, like me, to understand and keep engaged with.
Hey, little mama, did you know people used to put frogs in their milk to help it last longer? Because frogs produce peptides in their mucus that prevent the growth of bacteria.
Hey, sweet pea, did you know in the Netherlands in the 1630s, the prices of the most expensive tulips surpassed the prices of mansions because people were speculating on tulips?
Recently, her content shifted into focusing more on her radical leftist beliefs. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. You can see my room, just an observation I made. She also used to sprinkle in some spicy tips, and that'll come up a little bit later on. Recently, a couple of people have come out making allegations against Lexity, claiming that she is an abuser. Yes, today we are going to be looking at 3 different YouTube videos and many other clips from Anastasia's Instagram page, and we're going to figure out what the hell is going on.
It doesn't even matter. Really? Really? Like, I don't care if she takes accountability. I just want to be done with this. Like, okay, fine, I tried to fix it, but like, now you're being really mean. Like, the YouTube video is fine. It was the stuff she posted on her Instagram story afterwards, right? Which like shows that she knows she doesn't want to get caught, because the YouTube video is like, oh, don't go after her, right? But the stuff she posted on her Instagram story was like, oh, yeah, like she's terrible. She like drank and blamed it on me and stuff. And I'm like, no, I didn't. Okay? You encouraged me to drink, and I said I can't be around this because it makes me want to drink. And then I hung up the phone.
So right there, I want to say, so you are blaming her? Like, you said you told her you can't drink, and then she encouraged you to drink, and you felt like drinking, so you hung up on her. It sounds like you're blaming her. But anyway, let's continue.
It was like one of the only times I single people out. And with Marcella, it's because she started it. Okay? I posted a video where I was like, I'm sorry for messing up this relationship. And then she singled me out on a YouTube video where she like attacked me and like sent a bunch of people over here to like say I was abusive, when really it was just a fling where 2 people were incompatible, which happens all the time. Okay? I apologized. I like messed up. Yeah. And then I apologized. And then I took accountability before she even posted her YouTube video. Right? Where I said, it was wholly my fault. Right? I'm crashing out over one in a million, baby. No, I'm not. Actually, I mean, like, I'm crashing out over like a crowd of people who are like ganging up against me because I got angry. Is what I'm crashing out over. Marcella, I'm like not really into Marcella anymore because of all this. I mean, like, I want the best for her, but like, it kind of sucks. So no, I'm not crashing out over a 1 in a million. A 1 in a million would not do this to me. What do you mean? A 1 in a million would have given me patience and helped me grow. Like, are you kidding me? Which is what I would have done. You know, not to say I'm a 1 in a million, but people are never perfect. Please, God, all I feel I'm not here to help. I don't think you understand. This is better than me being alone. You don't get it.
So in the last bit of that clip, she says that it is better than being alone to be on live. So much to the point that she posts this video.
Hey, sweet pea, so I'm planning on streaming every single thing I do for the next year. If I'm not naked or driving, I'm going to be streaming. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream while I'm sleeping, but, you know. So if you need company, I might not be calm, but I'll be here, okay? I love you. It's just a thing I'm trying.
Aw, isn't that sweet? Moving on. So in that live stream clip, Anastasia kind of contradicts herself. She says that the problem isn't with Marcella posting the YouTube video, but rather with the stories that she posted before the YouTube video. However, she then says that Marcella posted the YouTube video with the intent to send people after her. attacking her. So let's look at the YouTube video that Marcella posted. Addie, no, Mama's doing something, can't you see? Marcella prefaces the video by stating that she had no intention of anybody ever seeing this video. It was actually intended to just be a video journal for herself. But with the attention around the situation growing and so many questions coming her way, she decided that she would post this video, especially since she had permission from Anastasia to do so. So let's look at the situation from Marcella's eyes.
I feel comfortable posting this because she already took accountability, like, publicly and privately, and she gave me permission to post it. So I'm sort of using the leverage of all the curiosity that I imagine her followers have about what happened to jumpstart something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I've wanted to do YouTube videos for a very long time. I got involved with a person that is online. I followed this person because I thought they were very attractive and interesting looking, and their videos were, like, very soothing to watch. And they posted a video of themselves, like, in crisis mode, and they needed someone there for them, and disclosed that they were in Southern Oregon, which I hadn't known about. I didn't realize they were so close to me, like, they could have been anywhere. And so I reached out, and I was like, hey, like, I can be that hug that you're looking for, because I want to help people.
So I sped up this video and trimmed it down to make it more concise for time management purposes, but as we can see, Marcella has some mental problems of her own that she's been struggling with for a long time. She can see that her being very anxious all the time affects other people, and she feels really bad about it. Personally, I don't think that she should feel bad about it. I think she's doing the right thing, trying to work on herself, but she shouldn't beat herself up just because other people can't deal with how she feels. She needs to find people who will. So Marcella tells us that she had known Anastasia online for a while, had seen her videos, and often found comfort in them. A few weeks ago, Anastasia was kicked out of her mother's house. She claims that the reasoning for this is because her mom has, quote-unquote, OCD. I keep calling her Anastasia, it's Anastasia. And apparently Anastasia was not keeping clean enough, which led to her mom breaking into her room one day where she was sleeping naked with a significant other. Being awoken like this, Anastasia claims it triggered her PTSD and caused her to scream at her mother. And allegedly, this is the reason. After this happened, Anastasia posts this video.
Hey, sweet pea. So I'm homeless right now. I'm living out of a Jetta, which is like a tiny car, so it's not exactly super comfortable because I have to figure out where I'm going to sleep every night, which is very stressful and doesn't leave me a lot of free time to do anything else, like make content. So if you'd like to help me make content, I'm trying to afford a van, and you could go over to a GoFundMe I've started and give me a couple dollars so that I could afford a van more easily. I've set the GoFundMe at $15,000, which is a lot of money, but there's a lot of people following me now, so maybe that's not too big of a dream, and I want to apologize for dreaming big. Regardless of if you can't give or don't want to give, I love you still, okay? I'm happy you're here. Have a great one.
She asks her followers to support her GoFundMe in order for her to get a van. So Marcella states that she had known Anastasia online for quite a while, liked her videos, and often found comfort in them. So when she saw that Anastasia was going through a really rough time, she reached out. They met up, found each other quite attractive, and a relationship blossomed. But that didn't last very long, as Marcella was going through a mental health crisis herself. Marcella had been in an abusive relationship with an alcoholic prior, and she found herself becoming very codependent on relationships. So in order to cope with that, her attachment style switched to more of an avoidance. And unfortunately, the relationship with Anastasia blew up.
This person that I met, I think we were both very vulnerable and unprepared for what was going to happen and for the feelings that we were going to have for each other. And it sort of went south like partially my fault and partially their fault. Partially just too intense. I did something a little bit incorrectly. I was sort of panicking myself, which is shitty because I've been panicking for like a week straight, and this person had been putting up with that shit, and I didn't really want them to. I didn't want them to leave because we were spending a lot of time together. I didn't want them to leave, but I also did. Like, I knew that I needed space, and that they needed to have space from me, because like having someone that's in a panic attack 50% of their day sucks. Like, nobody wants to be around that. Oh yeah, so yeah, I was having a panic attack because I was trying to eat food, and it's been very, very difficult for me to eat food ever since I got into a relationship with this person. I've been so incredibly anxious about the whole thing that I haven't been eating very much. And every time I look at a piece of food, I start to shake, and it takes me like 2 hours to finish the thing. So yeah, I was freaking out, and they started to have an insecurity. They asked me, or they told me that they were really scared to lose me, and asked me what my fear was, or what my fears were. And I wasn't even thinking about them in that moment. Like, they said they were scared to lose me, and based on knowing about their past, I should have consoled them and said, "You're not going to lose me." But I did not do that. I just answered their question. I told them that my fear was that we became anxiously attached to each other. And that was the absolute wrong thing to say and do.
In the video, Marcella goes on to say that after she said this mistake, Anastasia became very upset. She started drinking, which Marcella knew that she shouldn't. And Anastasia became very angry. She was yelling and being demeaning, and Marcella couldn't take it. She apologized and left. Now let's see what Anastasia said when all of this was actually happening.
Hey, sweetie. So my main experience in the dating world is that people will assume I'm their abusive ex and then push me away constantly because of it. And I'm nothing like that person, but when they push me away enough, I eventually get upset, which I told them would happen because I have CPTSD and BPD. And one of my main triggers is people pushing me away because I have abandonment issues. God damn. And I tell them that. And that's not an excuse for me overreacting. It's still my responsibility to be clear with my boundaries and leave before I get to the point of overreacting, right? And I don't ever do that. I'm just too compassionate, and I stay to the point where I blow up, even though I know it's going to happen and I warn them that it's going to happen. And when I do blow up, they blame me entirely and forget that I'm overreacting, not reacting. I'm reacting to something, okay? I might have an unreasonable reaction that isn't okay to do, but it is a reaction to something that you did. You stepped all over my boundaries. I told you that if you kept pushing me away, I was going to react this way. I know what my triggers are, and you entirely ignored that because you assumed I was your abusive ex. And maybe the problem with your abusive ex wasn't that you got overcommitted to someone. It's that you got overcommitted to a person who was going to treat you like get committed to someone or don't be with me. I want a life partner, not a romantic partner, not a fuck buddy. And if we're going to be friends, I want you to be clear about that. And if we're going to be nothing, please be clear about that. Like, if you want to be in a relationship with me, you need to want a life partner, someone who you are willing to share every single aspect of your life with.
So, opinions are had. Let's go back to that live stream from the beginning and watch a little bit more of that.
Some random person lied about me. It's not the first nor the last time somebody has accused a trans person of like predatory behavior. Okay? No. And don't you think it's a coincidence? Do you think it's a coincidence that everyone like lashed out at me at the same time for separate, unrelated issues? Or maybe they were just triggered by my rage, you know? I don't know. Seems awfully telling to me. Not only do I not believe you, I know that's not true. So, yeah, it is because I'm trans.
The first time I watched that, I literally gasped, like audibly gasped out loud. And I what? How long is this video that I'm making right now? I don't know. But this is the first time that we're bringing up that she's trans. And it's because she says it. This has nothing to do with you being trans, and it has everything to do with you being angry. It has everything to do with you being delusional. And if you aren't convinced of that yet, you will be after we watch the next video. So this next video was uploaded on January 11th, 2025 by this woman named Marcy. She claims to have met Anastasia and had a bad encounter.
And from the get-go, it seems like Anastasia is pressuring me to want her more than I want my current partner. And I will say, you know, I do go to my friends for relationship advice, support, whatever that may entail. But what I believe in is that it is not okay to try and force somebody out of their relationship they're currently in and try and persuade them that they deserve better. Somebody like her could treat me so much better, and that, you know, I'm obviously a submissive woman that needs a dominant mommy to take care of her, which I do not. I'm not asking for that.
Like I mentioned earlier, Anastasia posted some videos where she would advise people in safe or just like DIY ways to get spicy. She has said in videos that she herself is what Marcy just said, and I genuinely cannot believe that she said this. Like, I cannot believe she said this, but I don't know if we can believe what she did next. So they end up going to the park, make their way over to the pond, and then this happens.
She gave me her nice jacket. It was really warm. We went on the bench in front of this pond to talk and just sit and digest. And Anastasia was trying to kiss me. I was kind of trying to pull away and just not give in to that. And then next thing I know, Anastasia is groping my breast. And she does this twice. And I froze because I didn't know what the fuck to do. I'm a non-confrontational person. I want to be nice more than I want to be mean. So that kind of gets me into trouble sometimes because I have a hard time being like, hey, that wasn't okay. And
that's right, a crime. So Anastasia did that, and Marcy, being non-confrontational, didn't say much about it, just said no, and continued with the day. And I don't think there's anything wrong with the way that she reacted. I think I might have reacted in a similar manner. When somebody is forcing themselves upon you, going along with it is a coping mechanism. It's a safety tactic.
And then she starts getting into like why nobody wants her as a partner and why everyone else she encounters can find a partner for themselves, but she never can. And then it kind of got weird where she was kind of directing it towards me, and she was like, you know, why can't I be good enough for you? What, like, I'm right here. Like, why can't I just provide for you and love you and care for you in the way that you need? And I'm in the passenger seat, like, what is happening?
I'm in my chair in my room, like, what is happening?
Because there's no way that this person took one phone call of me needing, like, relationship advice and having a hard time to, like, trying to convince me that I need to, like, date them, or, like, I'm a bad person if I don't do that, like, in that second moment with them. That's how I felt. Anastasia kept asking if I wanted to be intimate with her, which I had to keep reminding her no. I don't. Just because I find her attractive doesn't mean shit. Okay, I set my boundaries from the get-go, even if I am a non-confrontational, shy-like person when I'm unsure. I asked Anastasia where we were going because I realized that we were just driving on the freeway down to California, and I did not know where we were going. I wanted to go home. I didn't know what the plan was for the night, but I was ready to go home. So I asked Anastasia if I could go home, and she said yes, but she made me feel bad about it. She was like, oh, well, you know, like, why don't you just want to go to the ocean? Like, we could just go to the ocean, like. And I was like, you know, I kind of want to, like, plan an ocean trip, like, a day in advance or something before we do all of that. Like, I wanted, like, change of clothes, all that stuff. And Anastasia was basically, like, upset that no one wanted to, what's the word I'm thinking of? We just go do something without thinking about it. I'm forgetting the word right now, and I'm on a roll, so we're just gonna, like an impulse trip. Just go, just do it. And sometimes I can do that, but I just didn't want to in this particular situation. So we turn around. She's driving me home, and she starts psychoanalyzing me because she's realizing I'm shutting down, and she is asking me, like, did I do anything? What's wrong? And I will take accountability that this was my bad because I'm still healing from telling people, hey, you were making me uncomfortable. So I did not feel like I could tell Anastasia that I was uncomfortable. I was still trying to respect her. I know, you know, and this is my first time meeting this person. I don't know how they react or how they're going to respond or anything like that. So I'm putting all this into consideration and still trying to be kind. it gets to the point where Anastasia is worried about me. She pulls over and she looks at me and she goes like, "Can I hold you?" And I go, "No, I actually don't want to be touched right now." And it took a few times for me to tell her that, and she goes, "Okay, I understand." I really just wanted to go home. I didn't know how to tell her that. So we're going home. She's driving to drop me off, and she's kind of like making me feel weird about it. She is like, basically cold shouldering me. It felt like.
Get on my head. Get on my head. So firstly, first time meeting each other, yeah, let's force ourselves on them. And then when they say no, we're gonna make it seem like their boyfriend is just the worst person in the world, and then guilt them for going home to them. And then we're gonna say that we could just go to the ocean. That's what I'm saying. And now she's upset because this person that this is a first time meeting in person is not as spontaneous as her and doesn't want to go to the ocean with her. But then, on the way driving her, when she's upset in the passenger seat, we're gonna hound her to tell us what's wrong, and we're gonna pull over and say, "Can I hold you?" And it took multiple times for her to say no. How? And then the rest of the ride, you're just gonna ignore her. Okay. Cool. And so I'm guessing this next video, that Anastasia had posted. So I'm guessing this next video that Anastasia had posted is directly after this.
Hey, sweet pea, so sometimes when people ask you to hang out, it's because they fucking need someone, and I have been alone for so goddamn long, everybody just fucking stares at me, and most people don't like me because I'm trans and punk, and nobody fucking wants to be around me. I need someone in my life who will just spend fucking 10 minutes to give me a hug. Ever! Goddamn! I am so... I can't do this. I can't do this.
And as you can see, yeah, her anger issues are very prevalent. She's a very angry person. Those screams genuinely sent chills down my spine. That is terrifying. And she admits it herself. There's a video where she says, I didn't save it, but she does say, "I have anger problems, and when I'm angry, I'm very scary." And I think we have proof of that with that. So yeah, I wonder why Marcy and Marcella did not feel comfortable saying no. They didn't feel comfortable setting their boundaries. And then immediately you're gonna come out and say that they crossed yours. Now, there's not much else on the situation. This is all that has been posted about it. I'm sure there will be more in the coming days, weeks, whatever. But this is what we have right now. I don't think we need much more, honestly. But there is one more video I want to show you guys. Anastasia is reacting to claims that she is currently in a manic episode. She has disclosed that she's diagnosed BPD, ADHD, CPTSD, and some others that I haven't memorized. So let's watch that.
Hey, sweetie, so I'm not in a manic episode right now. I just stayed up for a day after having insomnia last night. Like, that's not a manic episode. I'm not making impulsive decisions that I will regret later. And people told me I was having a manic episode when I did these tattoos on my wrist, when I did these piercings, when I did this in my ear, when I did the septum. Seems like I must have been in a manic episode my entire life. Or maybe I'm just making decisions that you find objectionable. And, like, I don't care if you find them objectionable. You don't get to decide what positive well-being means for me. I get to decide that. And I like all the decisions I've made in manic episodes. So if there is some sort of negative consequence to these things that you keep labeling as manic episodes that aren't manic episodes, they're just me having insomnia and being a high-energy ADHD person, tell me what the negative consequences are, and maybe we can address those. Because if you really cared about my well-being and I was in a manic episode, repeatedly accusing me of being in a manic episode would not help me. You know what would help me? Pointing out any negative consequences that I might not be paying attention to, you know? And telling me that I need to sleep after I told you I can't sleep won't help. I drank water, I eat food, I got a lot of work done. Listen to me, I know my brain better than you do. You're not me, I'm me.
Any god that may be real, thank you so much. Thank you so much for letting me not be Anastasia. Thank you. Here's the thing, girl. You have BPD. You have ADHD. You have insomnia. Whatever else. It comes with the package deal. Manic episodes are criteria. So you do have manic episodes. You can't deny that you don't. I'm not saying that this is currently a manic episode, but you haven't slept. You're posting like crazy. You've decided that you're going to live stream every single moment of your life for a year. And she's like, people told me I was in manic episodes when I did all these tattoos, when I did all these piercings. Once again, you might have been. But she's like, I've been this way my entire life. I guess I'm just always in a manic episode. Like, yeah, your mental illness is chronic. I'm gonna need more proof that you're not in a manic episode right now. And like, manic episodes can last for a couple days, weeks, months, and oftentimes people who are experiencing them don't feel like they are. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find the video, but she is attempting to start an organization to give homeless people more opportunities to make music. Personally, I don't think it's a bad idea, but I feel like there's other things that they want a little bit more than instruments. Like possibly the thousands of dollars on your GoFundMe that you've been asking all of your Instagram followers to support. But anyway, she claims that this is her job. Starting this organization is her job. She gets paid with the money that her supporters give her. And I don't know, it's just all this happening at once kind of sounds like a manic episode, especially when this is directly after a breakup. When you're emotional, you're more prone to manic episodes. Now, she said earlier that talking bad about her isn't going to help. I agree. Very much agree. Do not go to her and start attacking her. This girl needs help. She needs people to stop engaging with her. She needs to realize that she's not the center of attention. She's not the center of the world. And she needs to realize that she did not take accountability for anything. You saying, yeah, I get angry sometimes and I'm really scary when I am, but that person should have stayed with me and helped me through it. Girl, no. Girl, no. Girl, no. Especially when it's so bad that you're triggering her PTSD. Girl, no. But anyway, that's really all I have to say about this. Let me know how you feel about the situation, and see ya.
Relying on my partner and them relying on me means that when we're not there for each other, we can't take care of ourselves. I need someone in my life who will just spend fucking 10 minutes to give me a hug. Ever! God damn! I am so, I can't do this. I can't do this.